New York, at a total combined weight of 485 pounds, the Butcher and the Blade! Their opponents in the corner to my left at a total combined weight of 441.8 pounds. First from Killer Hills, 10304, Dirty Daddy, Chris Dickinson. His tag team partner, fighting out of Sin City, Filthy Tom Lawlor.
Max Smashmaster here, part 2 of Know Your Enemy, and I am flanked by a man who's actually trained by one of these gentlemen, Kevin Blackwood, the unkillable Kevin Blackwood. Kevin, so good to have you here. This is the first time we've had you on commentary here at Limitless Wrestling. You are in a winning way, 2 wins over JT Dunn and a win over Christian Casanova after your return from your life-threatening injuries. How are you feeling, and how are you feeling coming off of those wins?
Honestly, I'm feeling better than I ever have. Like as dark as it may seem, the accident was kind of a blessing in disguise. I came back with a rejuvenated, kind of just inspired level of motivation, you know?
It must be motivating seeing a man like Pepper Parks, someone who had trained you, also known as the Blade. He filled in for you during your injury, and as you can see in this matchup, they're taking the fight to Chris Dickinson and Filthy Tom Lawlor.
Yeah, you're gonna see some of the hardest hitting, probably the hardest hitting of the night between these 4 guys. I mean, I was trained by Pepper Parks. Andy Williams is one of my best friends. He gave me some of my earliest big opportunities in the industry, and you're in for a treat with this one.
Yeah, I think we've said enough about you, because I don't think we're going to have much to say after these strikes start getting thrown, especially now that Filthy Tom Lawlor, former UFC fighter, the Austerine Dream, if you will, easily taking down Pepper Parks. Maybe Pepper Parks looking to pull some guard there, but I wouldn't necessarily do that with one Filthy Tom Lawlor.
Yeah, but I wouldn't underestimate Pepper here.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not trying to, but still, I don't want to go submission wrestling with Filthy Tom Lawlor.
No, I wouldn't want to go submission with Tom, and I wouldn't want to go strike for strike with Dickinson.
Yeah, it's quite the team that we have paired up here, and there's some really amazing tag teams, that are vying for, the top spot here in Limitless Wrestling. We know that there isn't tag team championships, but there's definitely a top spot, and that top spot is held by the Mainstay Posse, as we saw right before intermission.
Yeah, those guys are killing it. Some of the best guys that I've met in wrestling, and probably one of the best tag teams I've ever personally seen.
Filthy Tom and Pepper Parks linking up here, almost looking like, rolls him through, looking for possibly a knee, but no, going figure 4. Beautiful transition, figure 4. You saw him push.
Over, Pep.
You saw him push that foot down as far as he could, so it puts the most strain on the ligaments of the knee as possible. As Pepper Parks, smart. He is the veteran in this matchup, using his weight and momentum just to slide back. How is he catching a stomp from Andy Williams? How did he catch that stomp?
I don't know. Andy's like one of the legit strongest, toughest dudes I know.
I'm a big guy, and I stood next to him, and I was like, I'm just going to shake his hand and walk away. He is an intimidating person to look at and be around. But Filthy Tom Lawlor able to catch that. Short jabs. Rocking the head of Andy Williams. You see his head rattling around.
Speaking of Andy's head, fun fact: he's promised not to cut his hair until Every Time I Die has written 4 songs. As you can see, they've written no songs.
They've written no songs. A possible comeback for Every Time I Die. Hot damn, if you will. As Filthy Tom Lawlor lays in those kiboshi strikes, those chops to the chest, just wearing down Andy Williams.
This is not been a wrestling match.
This is a fight.
Dirty fight.
They're trying to win.
Filthy Tom and Dirty Daddy. This is insane.
Oh, I doubt he's going to get a pinfall off that.
Come on.
A bit insulting, just a kick to the back and then go for a pinfall from Chris Dickinson. But Chris Dickinson, he's got some really impressive wins here at Limitless Wrestling. Tommy Dreamer and Simon Grimm, all those men. He's even wrestled Brian Cage here at Limitless Wrestling. Just amazing matchups, always hard hitting. But I don't know if he's ever been there in a tag team situation against a team like the Butcher and Blade.
Unless you've wrestled the Butcher and the Blade, you haven't wrestled a team like the Butcher and the Blade. Trust me.
Did you see that Russian leg sweep technique there by Filthy Tom Lawlor? Really great finding the leg and just able to snap Andy Williams down and almost rattle his head off the mat.
Bit of underrated technique. Like, you know, a lot of guys look at a move like that and don't think much of it. But
oh my God. I like this, going for a backslide and just holding him there so Dirty Daddy can chop him right on the chest. But yeah, underrated technique. He really is a student of the game.
Everything he does, it's so unique. Pepper and Andy really have not gotten out of the blocks on this.
Yeah, they're not picking up any steam. And it's surprising because I don't believe that Filthy Tom and Chris Dickinson have ever been a tag team, if not just for a short period of time. But they seem to be a well-oiled machine. Their styles meshing very well.
Absolutely.
Nice quick tags, keeping both men fresh, able to stick and move. And I would absolutely do that against someone like Andy Williams, the size and power of him.
You
can see that he's fighting off two men, one of them being a UFC fighter, and just not allowing them to suplex him, but a little demolition beat down there.
They don't want to let him get over to Pepper, because once he gets in...
There's the strength.
Big jawbreaker.
Hip tosses him on top, able to make the tag out of nowhere.
There it is. The Blade.
Gorgeous drop kicks.
Oh, shit.
I'm very surprised that power slam. Okay, there we go. Still got a head of steam. Oh, clubbing blow to the side of the head drives
so intense. There's one thing that we in Buffalo that we kind of personify, and it's intensity.
Buffalo is an intense place. Driven through there a few times, never stopped because it was a bit too intense for me. But you saw with that clubbing blow, Filthy Tom came right down on the side of his head and really rattled him. And now Butcher and Blade are in control.
You got Andy back in, and he's on top. That's not where you want him.
Nice quick tags there. Andy Williams was in there for a bit too long. Able to just tag in, pick him up, and now he can go out and rest a bit more, get his win back.
That move there was if Dean Malenko was two guys.
Yes, exactly. Tag team, the Dean Malenko, we'll call it. You see, Pepper Parks, veteran, after that pinfall, he pivoted his hips and he blocked Filthy Tom from moving towards his corner. A really great tag team maneuver. Just a great wherewithal, cutting off the hypotenuse of the ring.
Bringing in that tight cover, always hooking the leg.
Really pressing his weight across the shoulder. Oh, short Irish whip, but so much ferocity. Just smashes him into that corner.
Let me tell you, the Limitless Wrestling ring is not soft.
It is an unforgiving structure.
Part of it.
That's how they make them up here. You guys are intense in Buffalo, and we're stiff up here in Maine.
For real. It's the only reason we last on it when we come up here.
So you saw there really quickly, Andy Williams put his foot across the throat. You think he's getting a bit frustrated with the tactics of the Dirty Daddy and the Filthy one, Tom Lawlor.
I would say it's maybe a little bit of frustration, but it's also just knowing that they have to just beat the shit out of these guys.
Yes, they have to beat. They have to.
It's the only way.
Yes. Another foot across the throat. Pepper Parks showing maybe a bit of frustration, or just trying to stop him from getting a breath quickly. Irish whip sends him off, weaves through, does Filthy Tom Lawlor exploder. Great technique. The technique on Tom Lawlor cannot be denied, but he is far from his corner, stuck in the corner of the Butcher and the Blade.
He's got to get past Pepper. And, I don't know. Once
to his feet. All right, able to make that tag. Both men in. Dirty Daddy.
Jeez.
Running hot, running wild.
I'm going to admit, I mentioned that we personify intensity, but I've never met a man as intense as Chris Dickinson.
Oh, tornado DDT!
Hey!
I'm surprised he was able to get that off.
Come on, Andy.
Andy Williams kicks out, but you can see he's kind of rocked. He's struggling to get to his feet.
Both teams are bringing in.
Oh, and it kicked it. And the back. And the front.
A lot of good teamwork from both sides here.
But how much do they have? These are late in the rounds,
Stiff
right?
kicks.
Just able to kick each other in the, or kick Andy Williams in the chest.
Booing Dirty Daddy.
Off the ropes goes Chris Dickinson. Clothesline and a German suplex. Filthy Tom rolls him up.
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen a lot of guys throw Andy around like that.
Threw him around and then give him almost a Kawada-style sliding pin. Wasn't able to get all of his weight across the shoulders of Andy Williams. That may have been it there. Double Irish whip, sends off the big man. He holds on, wait a minute.
Oh.
Nice distraction there by Pepper Parks.
Big backbreaker.
Up, looking like a tombstone.
God.
Oh, that's incredible style tombstone turning.
God. I've taken that tombstone, trust me. It doesn't feel
Oh, Chris Dickinson barely able to break up that pinfall. Just enough contact to let Filthy Tom raise his shoulder. Oh, spinning wheel kick.
That was beautiful.
Shades of Sabio Vega. Oh, and turning him inside out. Chris Dickinson super kicked all these men fighting tooth and nail. Chris Dickinson's the only one who's barely on his feet. He's on his knees.
He's barely up. These dudes are killing each other. Honestly, I would have expected nothing other than that. So
I am surprised that this match hasn't ended. These men have just been kicking each other right in the head, in the back, everywhere they can.
At the same time, it's four of the toughest dudes. They're going to take everything and anything and kick out of it.
Chris Dickinson has that, for lack of a better term, gimp mask that the filthy one, Tom Lawlor, wore to the ring.
This is going to be their downfall, though, is mocking Pepper in that way. That's not a smart move.
This isn't smart.
Wasting time.
And they're having trouble, a bit too sweaty. You know when you try and put a t-shirt on when you're sweaty, it doesn't work.
No, it's not comfortable.
All right,
guys,
come on.
You're making a big mistake here, guys. Letting Pepper and Andy catch their breath.
Counting out these men. Maybe they feel they have it. They have Andy Williams up on Tom Lawlor's shoulders in an airplane spin. I've never seen a gimp fly an airplane until tonight. History is being made at Portland Expo Center.
I don't want to give you too deep a look into my personal life, but I have seen that.
I'm sorry to hear, but Andy Williams, your friend, is down.
Come on, Pep.
Not dizzy enough, able to lift that shoulder. I'm surprised just as you are.
Insane. This match is
pretty wild. How is Tom Lawlor able to breathe in that? He's gonna wear himself out doing this.
That's another mistake he's making here, is making things harder on himself.
What's going on here?
What is
Dirty
this?
Daddy attempted to powerbomb Andy Williams. This is a bad idea. Tom Lawlor, he goes down very hard. A precarious predicament.
Oh no.
Wait a minute.
Here it is.
Shoulder tackle, powerbomb, combination.
Oh boy, here we go.
Elevated suplex onto the double knees. This could be it. 2, 3. Pepper Parks, Andy Williams, Butcher and the Blade win the match.
That's how Buffalo does it.
Unbelievable. Go celebrate with your friends.
Keep an eye out for Puff next, because Buffalo's, it's going to be a clean sweep, I'm telling you.
All right, clean sweep for Buffalo. You heard it here first.